to bring insight and comedy and love all throughout Atlanta. So without further ado, Adam, come on up.
I am a high-functioning autistic with characteristics of a social disorder called Asperger's syndrome. One characteristic of autism is taking people literally. For example, I was out one time. A person asked me if I was wearing a wife beater. I replied, "Whose wife is getting beaten? I don't do that to women." Another characteristic of autism is looking out windows. To me, a window is like a magnet. I have to always go up to one and look out. There could be nothing there. Suddenly, a naked woman could be running across the property.
God bless her.
Another characteristic of autism is anal retentiveness. You see, being anal retentive, there are many people who just don't appreciate how being anal retentive and being a perfectionist is important to the world. I met someone who said, "Stop being such anal retentive." Well, it's kind of hard since it's in my DNA. I cannot get rid of it. Not to mention, if there are people like me who are who are not out there, the world would be in chaos. But we need people like me because we can find things that had gone wrong and help correct them to improve things. And unfortunately, those who are autistic tend to get bullied and labeled words such as creepy. I looked that word up, and labelers are wrong. Someone who's autistic is not going to turn into a mythical creature and tear you to pieces. They're not going to go into a crowded place and blow everything up. And autism does not induce vomiting. Yes, folks, those people are just really ignorant. I like to travel, and it's interesting what you'll find when you're watching TV. Several years ago, a plane was taking off at JFK. Engine failure was due to geese getting caught in the engine. I first remember thinking, that's one way to hunt. Yes, those poor birds. I encountered a job specialist who told me that I am poor at problem solving. I find that interesting since I finished a self-paced math class when I was a freshman year in college so fast that the professor said that I could handle calculus. If that's not problem solving, I don't know what is. When I was a lot younger, I thought that everyone at a church is supposed to respect everyone. one day I found out that that's not entirely true when a Lutheran once told me that I was going directly to hell when I die. Instead of remaining silent, shocked, and appalled, I should have replied, "You have a direct line to God? Did you know my future? Tell me more." That is one of my biggest regrets. I like women who are friendly and respectful. But I've encountered some women who are mean and confusing. I encountered this one woman who said to me, "You are too attentive, stay the hell away from me." I think that that woman wanted me to do is to send her the misogynists and serial killers, and then say, "Now you go and have a fun day." Let's see. I have others. Let's see. When I started out doing stand-up, I was getting many compliments and things were really good. I come to turn on the news one day. I found out that this one comic was stabbed off stage by another comic. If I knew that that could happen to comics back in the beginning, I would not have tried to become a stand-up comic. I didn't know competition could be that serious. So every time I'm on stage, I'm always cautious. I'm always cautious before I go on stage. I'm looking at the room, seeing what's in my surroundings. Well, I will leave you with this. If you encounter someone who is socially different, do not assume that they're going to turn into a creature and kill you. Those who are autistic are usually friendly. You might make a new friend. I'm Adam Porter. Have a good night.
All right, everybody, let's give it up one more time for Adam Porter. Thank you, Adam. So as we move on to the agenda, I'd like to get a call from the body of the audience for another motion. Is there anybody who'd like to make a motion to move? What's your name?
Anna Mansart.
Anna, hi Anna, stand up and please make a motion for me. Woo, a Shannon motion. Thank you. And I'm gonna call on Miss Kitty Love over here. Kitty, would you like to make a motion for the body? There's a second to that motion. And can I get a call for acclamation from the audience as I'm undoing my corset with the gavel? Please. Can I get a call for acclamation? Yeah! All right, people, motion passes. And now I would like to pass on the stage to a performer who is well known internationally.
Hang on just a second. We're going to hit pause because we got to do the review for Adam.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Well, let's hit pause right now. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to Miss Lola Le Soleil. Everybody
just gonna do the written portion of our critique.
Lola,
Okay, so you didn't tell me.
Yeah, but since
You sure? You
my name's
sure?
Tallulah are you insisting?
I mean, getting you back on stage is always a pleasure, darling.
See, she has a ploy.
Okay,
She has a ploy.
okay, then I will.
All right, Adam, you're in the hot seat, sir.
Yeah.
Breathe deeply.
It's a fancy
And
hot seat.
exhale.
You should feel very,
There
very
we
lucky.
go. There we go. All right, since it looks like we got everybody here who's familiar with our process, what we do is on your pieces of paper with your writing utensils, you're going to jot down some constructive criticism for Mr. Porter to, you know, help him out the next time he hops on stage. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're here to help. We're here to help. One giant, everybody give like a big old virtual hug to Adam right now. Nice. Okay, and since Adam is lucky enough to be in this lush, plush hot seat right now, we're going to do some live feedback. I'm going to ask for 3 folks to kindly raise their hands, if you would please, so we can have some live feedback for Adam. Okay, and Adam, your lucky job is you get to sit quietly. Very nice, lip zipped. You know how this goes. Alrighty, who was our, I saw some hands. I saw Rula. All right, Rula, please, and thank you, madam.
Adam, I really enjoyed your comedy. I think that you have really great timing. What I would say is that I would like to see your flow feel a little bit more seamless, and that may just be nerves. I think that we all get those. With, you know, just maybe some exercises prior to going on stage, in front of the mirror, stuff like that. But otherwise, I really enjoyed the set, and I really enjoyed all of your jokes. They were very good.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Miss Roulette. Miss Love.
So, thank you so much for coming back and doing the show. I appreciate you coming and doing this. Big improvement from last time is your pacing was nice, and we could hear every word, which, you know, I know that was one of the critiques from last time. But yeah, as Rula said, the flow was a little bit stymied, maybe because you were trying to slow down. But I did like that I could hear everything that you said this time, and it wasn't so quick as it was last time. So I think just a little more practice on that sort of slower delivery might help. But the other thing is I know, like, I'm not sure if because this was something that kind of stuck with me last time. The creepy commentary is, I think, the point of the whole stand-up. Yes, and so I feel like that needs to be developed and tweaked just a little bit more to get your point across, because that punch in the gut to say, you guys are like making a mistake when you do this, yeah, is not quite coming across just yet, but it's so close. So I would really, really like to see that particular point, because it's important for the meaning of your entire stand-up to be tweaked. So those are my only notes. Other than that, thank you so much for coming to do this.
That really got me in the gut, because I just wasn't seeing that coming. And the one way to hunt was very well delivered and funny. That's yet, I mean, with comedy, it's all about the surprise. And so I really liked, not seeing that coming. The problem-solving bit has a lot of potential, but it needs a little bit more precision and get to the point a little bit quicker. I really liked it when you laughed.
Adam, you are free to go. Adam Porter.